Time Lord victorious Daleks. That's the teaser image we got yesterday on the official Doctor Who Twitter account, and we were all left wondering, ooh, what is this going to be? Is this going to be a game? Is this going to be just a little webcomic or something? Well, now we know what it is, and I got all the information for you here in this video. Hi, I'm Phil, welcome to my channel where I talk about all the geeky pop culture I like, including, of course, my favourite Doctor Who. As I said, we got a nice teaser yesterday, sprung up out of nowhere. We knew there was more stuff to be announced for Time Lord Victorious. Well, now, apparently, we've got the final piece of the puzzle. At least that's what the press release says. The final missing piece in the Time Lord Victorious is announced today. I'm sure there are still some partners that were announced at the beginning that have not announced stuff yet, though. The people that make the VR game, I'm sure they haven't announced anything yet. That's another video though, we can talk about that another time. Let's talk about this new Dalek animated series that has just been announced. We are getting a 5-part CGI animated Dalek series to tie into Time Lord Victorious that is going to be available on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel for free in November. If you've even just taken a cursory look at the blurbs of all the other stuff that's been announced for Time Lord Victorious, you'll know the Daleks play quite an integral part into it. We've had them in trailers, we've had them in the comic already as well. They've got an escape room that's based on them. They are quite heavily involved in this event, even though they're not the main even though they're not the main antagonists. They are still quite heavily involved in this event. So it makes sense that they get their own absolutely completely dedicated to them section of the multi-platform event. And this isn't the first time that Doctor Who has done animated series either. We've had Dreamland and we've had The Infinite Quest before, two very different styles of animations. Both were quite a while ago. It's been a while since they've done a dedicated animated series for Doctor Who. Like it says, we're going to be getting this on the YouTube channel, so I suspect, although it doesn't say how long each episode is going to be, only that there's going to be 5 parts. I imagine they will be quite short episodes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes long, something along those lines. I very much doubt we're going to get 5 25-minute episodes here. They're going to be relatively short. So what's going to happen in this series? We know from the blurbs of other things that the Daleks are going back to the Dark Times in some stories, that they've received a message from the Dark Times, that they are being attacked by the Hond in the latest comic that came out this week. If you want to catch up on what's happening in any of the stuff that has already been released, do check out my canon updates on the Time Lord Victorious. That's a new series I'm doing to keep you updated about how all of the releases, once they've been released, tie into the overall event. There's a card up there, up there, I don't know where it is, probably up there, that will tell you that you can click on to go to the first video in that series. And so where does this fit in? Well, I'll read you the blurb. The Dalek Empire comes up against a terrible force. The Daleks' plundering of the archive of Islos unearths something ancient and deadly. Soon, Skaro is under attack and the Dalek Emperor is on the run. Can the Daleks defeat their adversaries and regain their planet, even with the help from an old enemy? Will this be the end of the Daleks? Now, given that description, it kind of does sound a little bit like it might pick up from the end of where the Titan comic story leaves off, because a lot of that fits with what's happening in the Titan comic story. The Skaro is under attack. In the comic story, it's by the Hond. They want help from an old enemy. They've recruited the 10th Doctor in that Titan comics plot. So it may be that this picks up from that, or it may be that this is a completely different attack on Skaro. We'll just have to wait and see once we get to November. I should have read this better, but in my haste to get this video out, I've only just noticed that it does actually say that the episodes are going to be 10 minutes long. So scrap what I said earlier about we don't know how long they're going to be. 5 10-minute episodes. So 50 minutes, that's like one episode of a TV show of the normal series. So that's still, I think that's quite good overall. You know, it's like getting a regular episode length special of just the Daleks. It is, of course, going to star Nicholas Briggs, because who else is going to voice the Daleks? But it also stars Joe Sugg, YouTuber and Strictly Come Dancing star Joe Sugg. It stars Angel Mohinder, who has been in Bodyguard and the Sarah Jane Adventures before, and Aisha Antoni, who has been in Holby City. So That's the cast, and there's a few quotes from them on the website if you want to go look for them. They all predictably are very excited about it. Yeah, so that's coming in November 2020. I'm quite excited about it. I'm always up for more visual storytelling that we can get for in the Doctor Who universe. A cartoon is certainly a good way to go. Maybe if it's successful enough, they may give us more cartoons in the future. Who knows? But I'm very excited about this. What do you think? Do you think this will be good? What do you think the plot's going to be? Do you think it's going to tie into the Titan comics, or do you think it's going to be something a little bit separate? Is it going to pick up from the events happening in that, or is it going to be another sort of era of the Time Lord Victorious timeline? It does have the Emperor Dalek with the big gold dome that we see in that comic, so it's entirely possible, and the description does seem to match that. But there you go, that's what we know so far. There is a trailer available on the Doctor Who website and on the Doctor Who YouTube channel, so go and check that out if you want to see some nice, give you an idea of the animation style, which obviously CGI. Whether or not, what I think is that on the CGI is that Daleks have always been quite well animated with CGI. They've been less successful with human characters, but if this is predominantly a Dalek focused series, I reckon it will probably look quite good, because it's a lot easier to make Daleks look good in movements and stuff on CGI than it is humans. So fingers crossed for that. There you go. I told you I'd keep you updated with all the Time Lord Victorious news as we get more announcements. This does say it's the final announcement, so maybe we won't have any more news after this. But do subscribe for my canon update videos on Time Lord Victorious. Every week there is a release on Time Lord Victorious. I'm going to be trying to, at the end of that week, sum up all of the ways that it intersects with the main plot of the main event. So do subscribe for that. The first one is out now. I'll leave the link in the thingy below. And enjoy the event. Let me know what you think. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.